Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back for the final time this evening here on stream number 2 at the International 5 Day 4, the group stage. We've got Game 2 of eHome versus Virtus Pro. eHome took a victory in Game 1, and this second match actually means a lot. If eHome can go 2-0 over Virtus Pro, they are definitely in the top 4. Virtus Pro, they could still potentially be knocked out, especially if they don't at least go 1-1 here. This is VP's final series. Empire still has one series to go at 6 points, and they're up against MVP Hot 6. Fairly good chance they'll be able to 2-0 there. So if VP wants to be comfortable in the top 4, they absolutely need a win here.
So I think it's safe to say with this that if eHome has the chance to go top 4 or to go bottom 4, that they got to pull out their best strat.
Mm-hmm.
Like
this is pocket strat time.
There was a similar team on this road last year, and they won the tournament. It was Newbie.
Oh, those guys, yeah.
Yeah, those guys. They were they're not on the verge of elimination here, but I would say the distinction between top 4 and bottom 4 is pretty significant. You either go to winner bracket to start things off, which is probably already guaranteed top 10 or something like that, or top 8, versus going to loser bracket and potentially being eliminated by losing anything.
I guess it's guaranteed top 12, since 4 people are eliminated from the lower bracket in the first round, or 4 teams, rather.
Okay.
So guaranteed top 12.
You don't want to be there, basically. It's very, very difficult. So if you can get that free jump, you're already jumping from, like, 10K per team to, like, a huge amount more. I don't know what the exact numbers are.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's a lot.
We have the internet gives us the power.
All right, so you go if you don't get bottom 4th, you get 4 times as much money. You go to $200,000
instead of 50.
So yeah, if you win here and you guarantee that you're top 4 in your group, you guarantee $200,000 for your team.
That's huge.
That's amazing. Pull out the strats, man. Like if you're on the verge like this and eHome's 1 game away from the 2-0, you got to take it.
Absolutely. Both these teams, man, they are drafting fast. It seems they know what they want to do. A lot looks similar here, but there are a few key differences. First one that I noticed, that first ban on Dazzle from Virtus Pro. Second, Virtus Pro taking the Ancient Apparition early on. We mentioned in the last draft that eHome is one of these teams that really likes AA, one of few teams that are still picking him quite a bit. I don't think Virtus Pro has been playing much Ancient Apparition recently.
And it's a really early pick, too.
I wonder if that's a combination deny pick as well as the beginning of a strat. I mean, maybe they're looking at a global strat here. Aghanim's Gyro with a Zeus?
That is, you're going too far, man. It was a response to Razor Winter Wyvern, right? They first picked Gyro?
Yes.
So they responded with A. A's pretty good versus Razor because you're always going to get a mech. It's decent versus Winter Wyvern because if you cold embrace somebody, they're not healing through that.
Right.
So I think it's an okay pick. Plus you can damage amp whatever Gyrocopter is doing because of Ice Vortex.
That's true, yeah. That's pretty good.
I think it's okay, and it's situationally all right, but it's weird to see it so early, especially on a do-or-die match here. But VP is probably thinking the same thing. If they can guarantee that they get top 4 here, they make $200,000 versus 50K. Guaranteed. So they need to get this point. They need to prevent Empire from taking their spot.
Yeah. So next round of bans looking pretty straightforward. Clockwork, we talked about a great respect ban against eHome, and we saw CTY Storm last game gave Virtus Pro a lot of trouble, and they will not be dealing with that again. eHome banning out Silencer as well as the Bloodseeker, 2 heroes that VP have been known to run quite a bit. We've seen G play Bloodseeker even earlier in this event. That opens up for eHome now to third pick the Bounty Hunter.
So even if eHome loses this game, they'll go up to 8 points. Then they have one more game after. They have to 2-0 that if they want top 4. Or they have to win this game, then they're guaranteed, I think. Yeah, they're guaranteed top 4 if they 2-0 this.
And they have a hard series ahead. Again, they're playing C-Deck as their final matchup.
So it's kind of unfortunate how the points work out for them there. Because if they go 1-1 here, they still need 2 points, and you can only get 2 points by getting 3 points. So, and you said it's against C-Deck?
C-Deck is their final boss.
They need to win this game.
So they need this, yeah.
VP need to win this game. This match is actually huge for either team. It is a $150,000 difference. This might as well be a tournament right here.
That's true,
This is a tournament finals, basically.
That's like the base prize pool for a big tournament now. That's a really good way to put it in perspective, at least, of how massive this game and just TI as a whole is for these teams. Well, Queen of Pain, Rubik, the 3rd and 4th here for Virtus Pro, and Lena now the 4th pick for eHome. So VP getting quite a few heroes that are in their comfort zone. The Rubik Ancient Apparition support duo, a tried and true classic. Great in the laning phase. You can pretty much get guaranteed cold feet proc, just a lot of damage and control that you can put out early on.
It's a little weak versus Bounty Hunter, though. Ancient Apparition has very, very weak disable, so if Bounty has a Boots and an Orb of Venom advantage, and he finds the Ancient Apparition solo, he dies. But I feel like Virtus Pro has done a pretty good job defending against Bounty Hunter. They have a lot of experience, I'm sure, from their scrims leading up to TI, because the way they play against it is very good. So I assume it'll be an FNG Ancient Apparition going full defensive mode. Lil plays a great Rubik. I saw one of his Rubiks earlier in the tournament. It was fantastic. And they just want the early game heroes. A Quap, actually. Now, Quap was a hero, dominated the beginning of TI, started, maybe not dominating, but was picked dominantly, and then was picked a decent amount, days 2, days 3, and then day 4, everybody's kind of forgetting about it. They're like, maybe that's not our hero anymore. It doesn't have the highest win rate, but they're back on it. And for a third pick, I think that's okay.
I think so, too. Still a very potent hero, and one that G knows like the back of his hand. They'll need that DK Phobos hero with their final pick, smart final ban from eHome to take out the Earthshaker. We saw it last game, and we've seen him play that aplenty. VP have now banned out the Darkseer. It looks like eHome will need an offlaner of their own. Not too many highly sought-after options left here. Centaur is still in the pool. That is one that DK Phobos has played a fair bit, possibly what he has in mind. What is eHome going to pick for ROTK? This could possibly be a Tidehunter. They are one of few teams that do pick the Tidehunter somewhat regularly.
I think it's decent versus AA, good versus Rubik. It's situationally good versus Quap, not so good versus Gyro because he'll eventually get a BKB, but I would like that. They already have 2 potential mech carriers, Razor and Bounty, so I think one should get Pipe, one should get mech because of AA and simply Gyro Rubik, I guess. Like with AA alone, you really got to pump up your survivability, and the mech really helps a lot versus the Blast, so I would like to see them alternate that. There was another team that did that as well, where the Bounty went full pipe and the other core went mech.
I forget which game it was, but I remember watching it. I know exactly what we were talking about. Oh, how could we forget about Tusk? He's made it all the way to 5th pick. That is a rarity indeed in this event thus far.
I like him there. It's a good counter to combo damage stuff.